Hello, my name is Gary Wasay-Kizik from Mishkigogama, Ontario, and in my hands I've got a residential school, all the names listed from the residential school system that was set up right across Canada. And right behind me is CAS, is an extension of residential school abuse. I myself went through residential school. I myself went through Children's Aid Society, and to this day I have a loss of language, destruction of culture, mistrust of leadership and authority, dependency thinking, weak or broken bonds of love, trust and caring, interpersonal violence, spiritual and cultural shame, have had thoughts of suicide, the physical and sexual abuse of children, women and other vulnerable people, lack of initiative and entrepreneurial spirit, whatever, personal rage, shame and dysfunction. These are the symptoms of what happens when you go through the residential school. And also from being a reserve in Canada, where you have third world conditions, where you do not have opportunities that these kids have in front of me. I did not have those opportunities when I went through the residential school system. I've lost my language, I've lost my culture, we've lost land claims, we've lost so much, and to think that it's all happened in Canada. Here is your example of all the residential schools that happened in Canada. And one other point that I have to make is, where are the Native people if they want to do a demonstration on residential schools? I myself was passing by, is the only way I heard of all of this here, but I do have an issue. I do have an issue with Children's Aid Society and the residential school because of what happened to me, but I also know of a whole lot of other different cases where nobody even inquires, nobody even goes and checks to see what happened with a whole lot of other people. And if you did go in to different reserves and different parts of this country, you would find a whole lot of other stories. The only reason that you don't hear nothing is you're in Toronto, man. These guys don't hear nothing. You want to hear the real story? Go outside. Think outside the box. This came up kind of fast, but you know, I'm also, like I said, I come from the residential school system. I come from the reserve. I come from Children's Aid Society. When I was in Children's Aid, they did not inform me as to when my mother died when I was in the residential school. To this day, I'm still trying to figure out why Children's Aid never informed me as to why I could not go to the funeral. To this day, I still do not have closure on my own mother's death. To this day, I'm still being abused by Children's Aid Society because they do not answer my questions. And also the residential school system, the residential schools, they do not answer anytime I ask them a question of why my case was handled the way it was. So, but anyways, hopefully one of these days we will get all those answers, and soon. Thank you.